24 hours or so, actually almost exactly since we told people that Jack Dorsey would be stepping down as Twitter's CEO. And about an hour and a half after that, we got the news. In fact, it was immediate. And so Twitter does have a new CEO. In reporting since then, of course, and many others have this as well, this was something in terms of the succession plan that had been put in place for some time. It does appear, based on a number of conversations, certainly that I had with people familiar with the situation, Parag Agrawal was the chosen successor to Mr. Dorsey. The only question was really when would Dorsey choose to, and or when would the board and Dorsey come to an agreement that it was time for him to see you later. As we know, he has not been solely focused on Twitter, to say the least, for quite some time. He will continue as CEO of Square, where, by the way, a lot more of his net worth is at stake.
Right.
If that matters to him, he is one of the richest people in the country already. And, of course, we know he's very focused on Bitcoin and crypto and things of that nature. But, the question now, Jim, is what's this guy going to do? The board, as again, I've reported, and others, was fully behind him for quite some time as the option they would go to when Dorsey stepped down. And in his memo yesterday as well, Dorsey indicated he also was fully in support of that for a long period of time.
But, David, do you think that having the technologists with technology that we all know, frankly, is not that good, is the best hire? Now, I understand, this IPO, do you know it was only up 12% from the IPO all this period?
Twitter?
That's all it was.
Yeah, $26 IPO price.
So, I mean, I think that in the end, from if you bought it, I think in the end, I was hoping for someone who would be dynamic about being a salesperson for Twitter. Now, you could say Ned Seal, but obviously Ned was not.
He was not really considered.
Not really considered.
No.
Other than by me.
Other than by you.
They overrode me completely.
They did.
But Brett Taylor, I think, was heavily involved.
Yes, he's a significant change
President
as well,
of Salesforce.
becoming the chairman now.
Right.
And, I know Elliott, for example, put a statement out saying they're very excited by not just Agrawal, but by Brett Taylor. Their own, I think, is still roughly.
But do you think it signals any sort of major change in direction?
It's unclear. I think there's a hope that he will mirror the fact. I mean, Satya Nadella was an insider too, right?
That's true.
And then look what he's been able to do. There is certainly a hope on the part of some shareholders that it will follow a similar playbook. Yes, somebody who's been at the company for some period of time, but is unleashed in some way, in a different way as a result of now being the CEO.
And then you didn't mention the sale of half the shares.
Nadella, Nadella sold almost $250 million worth of Microsoft.
Can you really blame him? That stock has appreciated tremendously. And I think that
Can't blame him.
Estate planning.
Yeah.
By the way, Twitter's got a headline out just a few moments ago. Starting today, you will not be able to share private media, such as images or videos of private individuals without their consent.
You mean you have to pay?
That's just the headline on out of Reuters a moment ago.
So somebody who takes a video on their camera of somebody and puts it on Twitter, no more, unless that person consents.